do less, but better. The idea that sometimes doing less can help us do better is very rarely talked about in schools.
Breakspear's book called The Pruning Principle. After 19 years of teaching, this concept is an absolute game changer. And as we are able to put it into practice more and more, it's one that will make our teaching lives infinitely better.
Well, you can only do what you can do. All three of us sisters are a little bit obsessed with decluttering and organising now. And we insist on seeing each other's before and after pics on our sisters' WhatsApp chat. It's a lot of fun and quite motivating to see each other decluttering. Once I've decluttered a room at home and reorganised it, look out. Heaven help anyone in my family who leaves something in the wrong place.
When I was in my first year as assistant principal, I was desperate to make a difference. Now, I look back, my schedule was crazy. I was teaching a kindergarten class, doing a voluntary computer coordinator role. What a recipe for burnout. But I was determined to prove that I was superhuman.
Simon Breakspear writes about how we can actually be more productive by doing less.
The principal had put a poster up on the wall on the staff room that said, "Do less, better."
But it's not about laziness, it's about focus. Doing fewer things, but doing them really, really well. At the end of each week, we get students to just fill in about 5 questions on the topics that we've taught that week. We call it our weekly check-in sheet. We quickly go through them to create what we call CCC lessons. So that's targeted small maths groups, and the CCC stands for Consolidate, Connect and Challenge. It's really great to see students being successful when they've needed a little bit of extra explicit teaching of a skill before they can confidently practice it, or the students who've mastered the skill getting extension opportunities to use it in those higher order problem-solving activities.
You actually end up with a better outcome using less time. So when I'm modifying my daily reviews for the next week, I do it while the knowledge of what my students know is still fresh in my mind. And my time was so much more effective being used to teach rather than write observations. I got so used to doing last-minute quick rehearsals that I got really good at thinking on the spot. This makes such a big difference to the clarity that you can give students. So they really seem to get a sense of calm when the pace picks up and we're able to be much more clear and concise. So basically, we were collaborating in the most time-efficient way.
It's interesting to hear just how pruning can happen, even in something as simple as just in the morning before school.
But pruning isn't about neglect. It's actually about intentional focus. Then a colleague had just come back from the course and showed us how most core maths concepts could be practiced using basic items. The question to ask is what's taking up space or energy but not adding value? Professional learning meetings only happened, get this, maximum 3 times a term.
If you're a Google school, Google Chat is a good one to set up to communicate with smaller teams. They're little things that really do build trust amongst the staff when you know that you're being communicated with efficiently. So our next step is to nurture the space that we've created with care. And so once you've pruned, you've got to nurture what's left and put that energy in to encourage the growth. One thing I've learned is a requirement of really good, strong leadership is to have that strong vision and to regularly articulate it in many different ways to the team and to guard each space in the school calendar so that the vision for student learning and teacher effort is put at the forefront of all initiatives. I'm just not going to check my emails when I first get into my classroom. I'm going to go through my lesson slides to see if I need to do any tweaks first. Emails can wait. Yeah, that's the energy we need. A staff room full of calm, focused teachers instead of frantic ones heaving heavy sighs all day. And teachers that can go home to their families with emotional energy. I needed to get out of the additive trap mindset and move my thinking to subtraction. This will definitely give me the energy I need to maximise my teaching effectiveness.
If this episode helped you breathe a little easier and inspired you to avoid the additive trap, share it with a colleague or tell us what you've pruned in the comments section on YouTube.
Yeah, we'd love to read those comments. Tell us what you wish to prune or what you have pruned and the impact it's had. We'd really love to hear about it. Next episode, we're diving into the fundamentals of explicit instruction.
And until then, may your lessons run smoothly and your photocopier be jam-free.